everyone, welcome to another video on this channel, and today I'm gonna talk about the recent update for The Sims 4 which dropped on 10th of July, which was yesterday, and its update which is related to Enchanted by Nature release, and we have some bug fixes which we experienced in the game quite recently. You can also see the footage in the background which I recorded yesterday on my live stream. I stream on Twitch almost every day and you can definitely join me there. But for the purpose of this video I also recorded the footage where I am trying to replicate the new bugs which we experience now with the new update, and I am reflecting also on the old ones which are supposed to be fixed. So let's start with the positive side and let's talk about bug fixes. As I said before, the update came out on 10th of July 2025, so make sure if you were experiencing bugs before in your game that you update your game to the latest version, and the number of the version you can see on the screen right now. So probably the most annoying bug that we all experienced since the latest patch in the game is inability to drag your plates or trash into the trash can or directly to the sink when you try to clean after your Sims. It was also affecting the ability to drag clothes to your laundry basket and also to drop elements into the rack to display it. So now that is fixed, and as you can see in the video, we can successfully drag items into the trash can again, we can drag them to the sink, we can fill the elements into the rack again, and you can also drop stuff to your laundry basket directly. So luckily this bug is now fixed and we can move on to another one. Another bug which we had in the game since 1st of July was not ability to place the sharing is caring whiteboard. We can place it now again, and as you can see in the video, it works perfectly fine. So this is another bug which is fixed, and thumbs up for that. Next bug fix is related to gnomes, and they supposedly have stopped constantly wiggling, jumping or shaking after being placed from build mode. And yes, as always, I'm playtesting that here, and you can see it's true when you are placing gnome now into the lot from the build mode. Once you place them, they do not jump, wiggle or move around like they did before. So it is fixed, but this bug fix doesn't behave retrospectively, at least not for me. So when I loaded the save file where I had gnomes placed before this bug fix already, it didn't fix that, and the gnomes are still moving there. And you can also see that people are still reporting that on the EA forum that it's not fixed after this bug fix. As I said, I think it's because it's not gonna behave retrospectively. So if you have gnomes in your game and if you place them before this bug fix into your save file, you will probably have to delete them and add them back to the lot again to stop them moving. You can also see there are more bug fixes. One is related to plants, one is related to household members that they are losing textures, one is related to seasons, and one is related to console. Unfortunately, another bug which appeared with 1st of July update is not fixed yet, and that is a bug that a lot of people reported on the EA forum, that their Sims cannot take pregnancy tests after they woohooed. Based on the response that I read on X from the direct communication The Sims team, they found the issue and they're working on a fix, but that's not fixed yet. But now I will talk about bugs which appeared with this recent update which came out on 10th of July, and they are related to Enchanted by Nature. First one I want to talk about is the bug where the facial features like eyes, chin and cheeks that you place on your fairy Sims don't match regular form and fairy form. If you're familiar with the occults, you can link or unlink the appearance of them when they are in their occult form, and you can adjust their appearance in the individual form. But when they are linked together, it should always reflect every change in both of those forms. So if you change the style of eyes, it should change for your regular Sim and also for its occult form. Right now we are looking at the fairy form of my Sim, and you can see the type of eyes they have selected. And when I switch to the regular form, you will see that it's not matching. It is a different shape of eyes, and you can also see that I have both forms linked and it should reflect that it changed, but it didn't. So this doesn't seem right. Another report on EA forum says that fairy wings randomly disappear in live mode and that it happens for them for half of the time. I always try to replicate bugs that I read on the forums unless I run into them myself, and I went to playtest it, and I have to admit that for me it wasn't really happening. However, there were few situations where my fairy didn't have wings, and one thing is a bug, I think. Second thing is, I believe, related to the loading time when you travel between lots. So I will show you what I mean by traveling between lots and when the wings disappear. Here I'm traveling to visit the lounge, and once I load into the lot, you will see that my fairy will not have her wings immediately, and I think that's because it's related to a loading time. So once my fairy was completely loaded in the lot, the wings did appear almost immediately. She is also not flying yet, so I guess that's maybe the reason why she doesn't have the wings visible. And there are also a few interactions where the wings will disappear, such as when your sim is going to sit down on the chair or a bar stool, as you will see in the second in the video. This is probably a normal animation when your Sims is sitting down or doing certain actions, so the wings would not be clipping through the furniture. So I think this is normal, but that's obviously not what the person was talking about in their report on the forum, because they said that they have issue in the fairy form when the fairy is flying. And at this point of me playtesting it, I was not able to experience that with my own sim, but as you can see, I saw a fairy which was flying without wings here, and I have to admit that it looks kind of weird. And I think that I found the issue when this actually happens. I went with my sim home and she was performing normal tasks, and you can see she has wings now when she's flying around. But once I selected to take shower, you can see her wings disappeared when she's moving towards that interaction. I made her to take the shower multiple times, and every single time this was happening, and not only related to the shower, but also related to her going to toilet. So whenever she was outside of the bathroom and she was flying to go to toilet, her wings disappeared. So I think this is something related to the interaction while performing some tasks related to hygiene and bladder. I also tried to replace the shower just to playtest if it's related to that one specific shower or if it's related to any shower, and as you will see, it is related to any shower. I tried this one, which came with the Enchanted by Nature pack, and it was also happening when she was going to take shower there. The fairy that we saw before was also going to bathe in the water or swim, so I think that there has to be some correlation related to that. But obviously this is only my assumption based on my playtesting. Because Enchanted by Nature expansion pack came out literally yesterday on 10th of July and I'm filming this video on the 11th of July. I don't have any more issues with the game. I didn't run to any other bugs, but I am pretty sure there will be probably something which will appear later for other players or for me. So if you are guys experiencing any bugs, there is a forum on EA website where you can report them, and I will also inform you if I will run into some other bugs when I will play the game. And also, if you experience any bugs so far yourself, let me know in the comments, because I'm always curious to hear about other players' experience. If you found this video helpful, please consider to subscribe to my channel. Comment down below what you think about Enchanted by Nature expansion pack, and also what do you think about these bug fixes and potential new bugs. Give this video a like, and I hope that I will see you in some of my other videos. Bye!